You may remember Hiva Mohammed Alizadeh, the Canadian man who pleaded guilty to possessing explosives with the intent to destroy life, advancing the cause of a terrorist group. Alizadeh was sentenced to 24 years in prison. He's eligible for parole in only 9 years. Do you recall what he was caught saying on wiretap? He said, "If Allah wills, we will break their backs in their own country." This isn't a man who considers Canada his country. Alizadeh has no allegiance to Canada. After he took the oath of citizenship here, he flew to Afghanistan and swore allegiance to Osama bin Laden. Oh, and while he was in Canada, he was also living off welfare while plotting attacks against our country. Justice Colin McKinnon told Alizadeh upon sentencing that he had effectively been convicted of treason. It's monsters like Alizadeh that the government had in mind when drafting Bill C-24, an act to amend the Citizenship Act. The new law came into force on Friday and establishes new legislative power to revoke citizenship from terrorists like Alizadeh. Specifically, it allows for the revocation of Canadian citizenship for dual citizens convicted of a terrorism offense, treason, or espionage. This applies to immigrants who obtained Canadian citizenship and maintain a second citizenship, and also to those Canadian-born citizens who also obtained a second citizenship later in life. The law, however, does not apply to those who only maintain Canadian citizenship. Canada cannot legally render a person stateless. Now, most other major Western democratic countries have similar provisions to strip citizenship from terrorists. And within the next few weeks, Australia, for instance, is expected to pass a law that would give the government this power to strip citizenship from terrorists amid the growing number of Australians suspected of fleeing to fight with the Islamic State. However, the new law in Canada has been met with criticism. The left argue that while the U.S. doesn't have these types of provisions, yes, that's true, they use drone strikes to tackle terrorists. But beyond that, by pledging allegiance to a terrorist group, be it Al-Qaeda or ISIS, are these Canadians not, in effect, renouncing their citizenship? When they appear in an ISIS propaganda video, burning their passports, as Farah Mohammed Sheardon, the Canadian jihadist, did, are they not renouncing their citizenship? ISIS rejects the entire idea of a modern nation state. They want a caliphate. They don't believe in the idea of citizenship, only the perverted religion of their dehumanizing ideology. I don't want to see terrorists like Alizadeh released on parole. He should be deported back to Iran, not living life as a Canadian citizen, enjoying all the benefits of being a Canadian. Justin Trudeau once said, "A Canadian is a Canadian is a Canadian." That's not true. Being a Canadian comes with fewer responsibilities than it comes with privileges. But to not merely reject these responsibilities, but to actively campaign against a country that is such a refuge and home for so many, that is what we cannot accept. Canada depends on us not accepting it. To be worthy of our own citizenship, we must not tolerate the intolerable.